TikTok family. I thought I'd get on here and show you some of the things that I do with my Sizzix. I love embossed paper. And the reason that I got the Big Shot Plus was so that I could put a full 8.5 by 11 piece of paper through and get an embossed image through the whole thing. The only embossing folder that I have is this polka dot one, and it does okay. This is what it turns out to be. It's almost like corrugated paper. Downside to this is if you're going to get the Big Shot Plus and to get the 8.5 by 11 embossing folders, they're really expensive. So at least for my budget, they are. They're, I think they average around $17 a piece. So in my opinion, that's cost prohibitive until I can find some on Facebook Marketplace. Now, when I got my Big Shot, I was blessed to be able to get in the package deal a whole bunch of embossing folders. So that has been a blessing, but learning to use them, because if you want an all over image, you have to go through twice, like this, and then like this. And it does leave a little bit of a mark right here, which I wasn't real happy with. So all the embossing folders come with this hinge on them. What I have done is I have taken and I've cut the hinge so that my embossing folder is now 2 pieces. So what I can do here is I can put one on the bottom and the other one on the top, making a little sandwich here. And so you have, let me show you this. You have your plate, your big plate here, and then you have an acrylic plate that goes in there like that. Then you have your sandwich with your paper sandwich between the embossing folder, and then you put another acrylic plate on the top. And you can use washi tape to hold this down. There's no reason why you can't. So then you just run it through, and when you run it through, it's going to get a little tight when it hits the place that it's embossing. But it's okay, just keep going, and then it releases. So you can see the image that I have right there. So I want another image on this because it looks a little bare on the other side. So I am going to get, what did I do? Here it is. I'm going to get another embossing folder, and then I'll put it on the other side here. You want to make sure that the rough sides are facing each other when you cut them in half. They're going to be facing each other when you get your embossing folders, because they're going to be hinged together. But for this particular application, because I want it to be right side up on a page that I would use in a journal, I cut them. I cut the hinge. That way you see that I have got a pattern of 2 different kinds of flowers. That I can use in my journal. Now, one of the things that you can do to help your embossing stand out is you can take your dauber and you can give it a little light brushing. Like distressing. And that way it shows up a little bit better. And because I'm planning on using this in a journal, I did double-sided. And this is the negative part of it, which you can also do too. So yeah, you just got to play around with it and find out what works for you. Like I said, I wanted more of an all-over feel to the embossing, so that's why I use my embossing plates the way I do. So there you have a nice little embossed insert for a journal. I know that there are some folks that don't like using a dauber because from time to time it leaves this circle where you have the ink that has met the paper the first time. So because Distress ink is activated with water, you can actually take a damp, this is a baby wipe, but you can take a damp paper towel and you can give it a little rub and it will blend it for you so that it doesn't look like you have a round dauber effect. And I apologize, my lighting isn't real good, but it definitely did. You could take off a little bit of ink if you got too heavy-handed on one side. Like I said, I apologize. My lighting is horrible. I got to do something about it. Anyway, just some things that I'm playing around with. Hopefully you'll play around with some too and have a good time doing it.